Hi, everyone. Oh, where am I at? Oh, not in the right place. Hello, hello. Hopefully people are going to join me today. All right, there we are. Turn down the volume. I'm going to get this at some point. And let's share this maybe over to, where am I? Okay, I'm here. Yay. Let's get this where I need it. Someone just popped on saying hello and I lost my little message, so sorry about that. Welcome. Hey, Vicki. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to come on because I have a friend who needs birthday cards, but I actually gave her plenty today, so it all worked out. So I am going to use the Wildflower birthday paper, the ephemera in the paper pack, and some other goodies. I'm very excited. I didn't get the whole suite, but I will do some casing of part of the projects in the catalog. And my name's Mary Jo Snyder. Welcome to my Let's Caffeinate and Create Facebook Live. I am here to share Creativity Made Easy, which I try to do at least once a week. And it really gives you some tips and tricks on how to make things a little bit simpler with your creative process. So we are going to use a lot of things that are really super simple and just help with your creativity. I don't know why I'm like paused. There we are. My goodness, what is the deal? Paused again. Okay, anyway, here I am. So I'm just going to get started. I may have to let my dog in at some point. So she decided she needed to go outside, of course, right when I had to go live. So imagine that. So, all right, but we're going to get you pointed down so we can work with some daylight and we'll get started. And I do have a host code, which is only good. Very last time I can use a host code for before things change, and there's a lot of things that people need to be familiar with if you are not. So I also need to get acclimated with a lot of things since I took a hiatus for 3 months and did not think I was going to come back. And just as a disclaimer, I need to let everybody else know that my decision when I left was strictly for me. And I'm not going to keep explaining this. I even had to quit the gym. That's how things were. So, it's a big thing when I have to end up giving up 2 things that I love. So slowly acclimating into getting those things back. But life is a journey and sometimes you have to pivot. And that was what I needed to do. So here I am, and I'm here to create for all of you and inspire you and share what I love. So I'm going to flip the camera. Hopefully. Flip. Here we go. Took a minute. Now I readjusted things, so hopefully we won't see. Yeah, we're still seeing the arm of my camera stand. That's okay. We'll zoom out or zoom in, and then that's going to lean forward. Goodness gracious. It takes just one change to this thing and it goes crazy. So, all right. I did pull out my Glass Mat Studio. We'll see. Sometimes I struggle with it. So, and mine has scratches, but that's okay. All right. So this is the product we are using here. Are you guys all crooked on me now? It's really hard to tell, but it's okay. Okay. So this is the Designer Series paper I'm using right here. It is called the birthday. So the whole bundle is birthday celebration. I did see that it is currently unavailable. I'm not sure why, but you may be able to a la carte some stuff if there are things that you want. You just have to check the online store. My website is maryjosnyder.stampinup.net. This is my host code that is available only until Friday, April 11th, and then we will no longer have host codes available. So just keep that in mind. And if you would place an order of $35 or more in my online store, you will get a gift from me. I'm going to give you a package of rhinestones, basic jewels. And I do also have a gift. This is going to be Prize Patrol. So anyone watching the video and commenting, and I can't see my comments for whatever reason. It's kind of frustrating. So I'm not sure why that is going on Facebook. Oh, there they are. My granddaughter wants you to know that you have the same middle name as her. I love it. But honestly, Mary Jo is my first name, but I'm happy to share Joe with her. I love that very much. So thank you. How old is your granddaughter? So, I love that. And does she love crafting with you? So we're using this paper. I kind of got sidetracked. That's okay. But if you wanted to check the online store, there's my website. You can find the online store there and use this host code, $35 or more in my online store. Then you are able to qualify for my April sales incentive I'm trying to reach in order to earn that strawberry slush. Oh, she's 9. Aw. The strawberry slush, it's like a great age, you know, because they can just, they're just so fun at any age. But when they start to get older and like, I don't know, my kids used to come in my craft room with me and it was funny at times. And then they would, like, Aaliyah had her own little corner and she would do whatever. And Nigel would come in and sing songs to the Stampin' Up! Colors. It was pretty hilarious. Every now and then I'd catch him crafting too, though. So, but he probably wouldn't admit it. Anyway, it's a fun age. So yes, the incentive for my sales for the month of April is to earn. She usually sits beside me on Monday night when we are on Zoom. Aw, that's awesome. I was on last night. I thought you hopped on, but then I didn't. I was so engrossed in things, and then I didn't see you. So, but anyway, I'm going to try and be on Mondays more often because I think it's great and I get a lot of stuff done. So, hey, Lori, welcome. Crafting and watching. That's the best way to do it, right? That's what I do. I watch people and I craft. I laugh and I talk to my iPad like y'all can hear me and you can't. Like, it's just funny. So yes, $35 or more in my online store. You can use this host code. If you are spending over $150, do not use a host code so that you can get host rewards. This is only good until April 11th, and then host codes go away. However, there's a new incentive program where you will earn 10% after a $20 order. You will get 10% in a kind of a bank of incentives or rewards or whatnot that you can cash in at a later time. So I don't know a whole lot about that. I will fill you in as I go along. So, but I wanted to get a host code out there to help with hopefully giving you guys the incentive of a rhinestone basic jewels for placing an order of $35 or more in my online store. That was a lot of information. I just want to give something back to all of you. And I'm going to be offering, which I will announce very soon, a welcome back craft class online. And all the details will come just before May, and it will be featuring May, the new catalog products. So something in the new catalog. Okay, so with that, this is what I'm playing with today. We don't need to worry about all that future stuff. I'll announce it. Just be ready for it. You were there, but you left a little early. Yeah, I was so tired. 9 o'clock hits me and I'm like ready to like veg. So, all right. So we are going to take some time. And of course there's more ideas on the next couple of pages. So I'm going to take some time and actually do a little casing of a couple of these projects that are kind of easier. And I'll give you a walk through the paper. Of course, all of my ephemera from the pack, there's 2 sheets of ephemera. So you have double of the images. So I'd have 2 of these and whatnot. All of those are in this pack so that I don't lose anything. And this is the remainder of the paper that is available. This is just 1 sheet of each. You get 6 designs and 2 of each design. 12 designs back and front. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's been a while. I'm out of practice. And coordinating colors are Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Old Olive, Soft Seafoam, Pool Party, and Gold. And I'm sure there's flecks of other things in there that you could totally find and utilize. I love this page, and we're going to do something with this here and use some of these elements on our card fronts. So there's that. I also have, and I think I shared this, this is for scrapbooking. It's a huge, and I don't, is it stickers? I think it's a sticker sheet. And that I will use on a scrapbook page or a two-page spread. And then I have the two-tone cardstock or 12 by 12 paper that coordinates with this product collection. So with that, I am going to go ahead and grab, I have coordinating colors I picked out are Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, and Pool Party. So those are going to be the colors I use tonight. But the first thing I want to do, I want to make this cute little card that I saw using some colors. I brought out some gold, and I brought out, do y'all remember these scissors? Hey Celine, welcome. These scissors that do the little frayed edge. I'm pulling those out to use them, and I need a piece of gold that is probably, well, it needs to be the right size. There's one that's long enough. Actually, let me measure this, because if it's 4 inches, I think I'll go with this piece. We'll take that. And I want a piece of Pool Party. Of course, I'm going to have to really get some paper before it's too late and the price increases. I really need paper. I want to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to keep part of it for a card base, and then I'm going to cut an inch, actually 1 1/4 inches. No, 1 inch. Let's do 1 inch. Okay, so we've got that. And I want to cut this down to 1 inch. So let's cut it down to 4. What did I just do? 4 1/4 or 4? 4 1/4. 4 1/4. And 1 inch. Whoops. Hello. Right paper here. So all of these are going to be 4 1/4 by 1 inch. I need 2 more colors. So I'll grab some Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to cut that the same way. Super easy. You're getting a card base, and I'm getting stuff to create little strips. And I saw this cute little card created by, I think her name is Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy. She is fun to watch. She's fun to listen to. Again, 4 1/4. So we've got 3 card bases right there. And then we want to take a piece of this. This will be our scrap, and cut that down to 1 inch. Okay. Now, with that, we are going to take our scissors. There is our stuff. I'll bring this back before I am done. Actually, maybe that host code can sit right there. I will put that link up above in the description of this video when I am done. But I want to take these scissors. I might need one more color. I'm not sure. And I want to come in and use these awesome scissors. And if you don't have these fancy scissors, you can just snip with paper snips. I just want to have that fun effect. So it's going to take me a little minute. What everyone have for dinner tonight? I need to get groceries because I'm eating stuff I shouldn't be eating. That's convenient because it's just me. And that's not good for my waistline. So there's that. I always am skeptical coming on live on a Tuesday because there are a lot of people. Hey, Cheryl. You're having soup, chilly day. It is. It has been snowing here. Nothing's sticking, but it's just gross to look at. Come on, is it? And you know, we probably complain in April every year about the weather. It's just that we have cabin fever and we are sick of it being cold. But I gotta tell you, my summer body is not ready, and it may not be. Not that I, you know, whatever. All right, so I've done that fun stuff to those 4 pieces of paper. And now, if I can remember how she worked it, I want a piece of white that is gonna help me out here. Do I want white? Because, yes, I'm gonna glue this to white. And that's perfect size. And then when I get it all glued, I am going to, actually, let's do this. So this is 4 1/4. I'm going to do 4 1/4 by, somebody's messaged me. 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Sounds good to me. Okay. And how do I want to lay these? How about this on top? And I know that's a little uneven, but we're not going to worry about it. So we have to start from the bottom, right? Because they have to cover each other. So I want gold to be at the bottom. So I'm going to try not to cause dulling of my shiny gold paper. And I'm going to line that up from the bottom. And if there's any excess at the top of the white, I'll fix that by trimming it. And then we will do the blue piece, which is Pool Party. I'm just doing that edge. And it's going to cover my messiness of my lines there. Oops, got a little overzealous. The peach pie. So as I was saying, if you don't have those fray scissors like I just used that Stampin' Up! Used to sell, then you can just use your paper snips and snip that paper. There's that. And I think there was one more color. Maybe I should grab another color. Or maybe put another piece of gold at the top. Maybe I'll do that. So that way we have it covered. Let's do that because I want it more of a square. Let's take another piece of gold and cover that up, make it look like it's supposed to be there. And let's see. Perfect. Cut this down to 4 1/4. Oh, gotta get the crinkled edge off. By 1 inch. Oops, whoopsie. We're going to do the same thing. Try and be more conscious of where I'm cutting though, because this one is going to show a little. Snowed all morning here too, but was pretty. At least didn't need to clean it up. Yeah, for a fact. Thank goodness, right? All right, so we've got that, and that's a little even, so hopefully that's gonna tie it all together. All right, so that's gonna go on top here, right at that portion. I might need to cut a smidge off. I will, because I want to cover that there. So we'll just come in with our, I got glue on there, our paper trimmer after this dries. And then we'll get a card base. We'll let that dry. And I think I want to go with pink. Pink? Pretty in pink. Tough decisions, huh? Sure is. Pretty in pink. I'm still not sold on it, but we'll actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to go with the middle color. And we're going to score this at 5.5. So we have 4 1/4 by 11. Scored, scored at 5.5. And we're going to go ahead and varnish that. And then we need some pretty ribbon. And what ribbon do we want to use? Well, we can use the ribbon that is part of the suite, but I want something thicker. So I'm going to grab my ribbon scissors, and why not use some, I don't have that color. Oh, gracious. How about, what will I do now? I'm going to use this. And I don't, it's okay. It is just ribbon that I love, and I'm going to use it. Okay. So what we're going to do, now that this is hopefully dry, it's a little crooked, that's okay. I'm going to straighten it up when I cut it with my, oh, it's buried. All right, so I'm going to come down to 4 inches, and that is going to straighten that edge up and get off that excess white. Really pretty. You can fluff these up if you want. And then I want to take, this is just super cute, drop my ribbon. That stands to reason. That's how I roll. I want to put a piece here of tape and a piece there. And I'm going to stand up just because. And then I want it to look like a present, right? So we're going to wrap that there. And hopefully it's centered. If not, I have to fix it. I'm going to trim this off. My ribbon scissors need to be cleaned. So there's that. Let's move this top part over a little. Doesn't matter if that frays. There. So we've got that ribbon down at the side, or the whatever, you know what I'm saying. This is going to go right here. So I am going to also tie a bow, but first I'm going to put this here. And again, all those little pieces you can fringe up if you want to. Fluff up. I want this to lie flat. So I'm just going to add adhesive to the card base here. And actually I could have, that side was crooked, done something different. But so it looks like a present. We're going to take a piece of our ribbon, make a bow. We want a big, big bow for the top. We're going to add some dimensional, glue dots. Maybe. Come on. Trim that. You got a big bow. Isn't that cute? And we'll grab some of our ephemera from our thing here. And do I want to add anything else? I don't think I want to add from the ephemera. I want to grab some words. Thank you everyone for joining me. I truly appreciate it. All right, so we have some ephemera. There's birthday treat mix and match ephemera and greetings for all mix and match ephemera. So I want to take a birthday greeting. Somewhere. And we're going to tack that right there. And this can go on just on this here. And I am going to use dimensionals for that. So I'm just going to put the dimensionals in the center. If I can find some. All these mini ones. Okay. And that will go right there. And there you go. You have this adorable card. It looks like a present. And then you can open it up and you can add a piece of white to the inside to write your sentiment or your greeting. So there's that one. All right, let's make another one. Let's make a super easy one. That was out of my own head, not out of my own head. I copied that from, again, Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy. And now I'm going to create one of these other cards using some of the Designer Series paper and ephemera. So let's go ahead and do that. Put that down here. All right. Got that. And let's see. Let's grab, how about we grab that pink, Pretty in Pink one. And this is Creativity Made Easy. Doesn't get any easier than this. Well, it does, but 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Here's our first card. And bone folder. And let's grab, how about we use There's that piece. Probably on a piece I don't want to cut. Of course it is. There it is. I want the gingham. Buffalo check. Whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to make this. Actually, I'm going to do it differently than what the book is showing because I don't want to cover all of the pink. So I'm going to do it 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So we have that piece. And then we're going to use the birthday cake. And we're going to make this probably 3 3/4 by 5. 3 3/4 by 5. Let's see. Nope, I want it less than that. I'm going to just trim it down to 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. That's better. Okay, so we've got those. And then we'll pick out some ephemera. And I think I need something from here because I don't have the die cuts. So, no, I'm not going to use anything from there. I will just use something else. Haha. Let's find something else, like a cake. Like this cake would look great. Maybe not. Or these flowers would look great. Or balloons. Let's use the balloons. Perfect. So we've got our ephemera. So we can put this card together. We're going to go ahead and adhere this. Hate covering up pretty paper, right? Thank you. It's a little present. Yeah, I saw that idea while I was at work today. I got booted off watching you, Celine, because I was, it was so crazy at work at that time. I was trying to put out fires, I guess. It's not really in my job description to be a firefighter. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do. All right. Little squigglies of a little bit of adhesive. This is going to go on at a slant. Then I'll show you the card I'm casing, even though it's different. And this is going to get some dimensionals. We'll put that right there. And yes, dimensionals for this. For whatever reason, I don't have big sheets of dimensionals hanging out at the moment that have all the goodness on. So I guess I will just keep using all the bits and pieces. And then I need a piece right here. So let me grab my tiny ones. And one there. Okay. Pull those backings off. Oops. Okay, get off my finger. Doesn't want to play nice. Those can go there. So we got balloons, we've got cakes, we've got gingham. It's so pretty. And let's see, we need a sentiment. So I'm going to pull in those sentiments again so that I can just make it really easy on myself, right? We've got birthday, celebrate. We could do celebrate. That's a matching color. Now it's a little darker. Let's see. I had big birthday ones, but I used them. Oh, happy day. Okay, sounds like a good one. Oh, happy day. Maybe it would look good with a black one there. Maybe just using this as happy birthday. Just to give it a pop. Oh yeah, I like that better. Well, that was easy. So we need little tiny dimensionals on that. We'll pop this up. I'll put one over on here. So that if it goes over those ribbons right here, the strings of the balloons, my dimensional will not interfere with it. And there you go. Happy birthday. Super simple. So there's 2 cards. We'll do one more with the pool party base. That's already cut and ready to go. I'll just go ahead and grab this again, and we will score that at 5.5, just your standard card base. With the top up, flip up, fold to the top. You could do it to the side. Maybe we'll do that. My sleeves are just bothering me. There's that. Now, so this was the card I was just copying, but I had to do something different because I don't have the stamp set and I don't have those dies. So I improvised. So let's also flip on to a different page and see if there is something else I can do. I really like the looks of this, but that's pretty intense for me at the moment. But it would be really cute to do. Actually, it would be really easy to do if I use, why not, if I were to use these. Or I can just cut out one of these pretty pieces and stamp something. I think I might do that. I'm going to cut this out and we'll use that. So this is going to help me show you how to cut out all these wonderful pieces here. So first things first, you're going to bring this here. This is about 4 inches, and actually if you want to bring it to this side and measure to 4 inches, that's going to be exactly where that line is. And that's going to cut those off. I'm always off, doesn't matter. So there's that. The next thing you want to do is cut this section. And again, that's probably 3 inches. So line it up to the 3-inch mark and trim those. Again, I'm off. That's okay, you can trim that off. And then we have this piece, and that also is probably, that looks like it's 3 1/2. And you can trim that off. So you've got all these little pieces. And this is the piece we want, but I need to get rid of my oops because I mismeasured. And this I'm going to trim off. Sometimes you gotta eyeball it and just get it in the track of where it is, where it needs to be. I want this piece here. And that is probably, what, how many inches? 3 1/2? Yep. I'm gonna trim that, and that's gonna be the piece I use, but I do need to trim off that smidge right there because I miscut. So we're gonna use this to layer on the top of our card right here. Super simple, and this is going to let us fold this the opposite way, like so. So we'll have this. I'm just going to layer that on there. That's going to go right there. Pretty. And I should have stamped something there, right? I said I was going to. Now I'm at, I got a dilemma. It's okay. That's what these fancy words are for. Right? Yes. There's got to be another fun one I could use. I could just put Sending Sunshine. Oh, what was I thinking of putting that on so soon? All right, let's grab my ephemera from the kit and see what we can find to put on here. We can do cupcakes. There's all different colors of cupcakes. We've got a blue one right here. And what I could do is put that in this corner on a dimensional. So let's do that. Oops, got the dropsies. There's our cupcake. We can put that right there. But instead of just throwing it on there all willy-nilly, let's grab some, if I can get my fingers on them, goodness gracious, little gold things, leaves. Just to accent that a little bit. And put some more adhesive there. Of course, I took it right off of there. What a goober. Bear with me. Yes, I threw it in the garbage. That's what happens. Get a little overzealous. I'm not sure I like that, so I'm going to add some more stuff. Actually, I'm going to leave it. And why did I throw that in the garbage? Oh, I'll fish it out in a minute. And then you can add some embellishments, which I did pick out. Let's grab our embellishments. I picked out these that are going to go away, adhesive backed dots for days. I love the names of them. And we can use the pool party ones on this one, maybe. I feel like I'm all thumbs. So there's that one. Nice. Actually, I'm going to add something else to that in a second. So we used those. We also have fine sparkle adhesive backed gems, never opened. Well, they're going to be now. And it looks like we got some peach in there. Oh, and look, there's some pink too. Who knew? I'm going to add this here. We'll grab a pink and add it to the pink balloon, right? And I don't know if these blues match or not. This looks like pool party. And we'll put that on there. So we've got that one. Super cute. And then we have more. We have the in colors. So you know there's going to be coordinating stuff going on here. So I'm going to grab the coordinating color to the card base and just kind of add a few to this. And there you have 3 cards. Now let's finish the blue one. I had a great idea after the fact. And actually I can't because it folds this way. So I guess we're going to leave it as is. I was going to put some ribbon on there, but we're good. So those are really super simple cards. Creativity made easy with ephemera and no stamping. Just embellishing and using parts of that kit as the products as they come. And now I have 3 birthday cards to add to my stash. So, hey Maggie, welcome, welcome. Yes, watch the replay. This was a fun technique with the little fringe scissors from way back when. And it looks like a present. And yeah, just fun stuff with the Wildflower birthday products that may or may not still be available. But I really, truly hope that you all enjoyed this. I'm going to flip back around for a moment. This is my host code that is only good until April 11th. If you use that host code, do not use it if your order is over $150 because I want you to get host rewards, but you would have to do that prior to April 11th because things will be changing. And if you decide that you spend $35 or more, whether the host code or throughout the month of April, you will be getting a special gift from me, a package of Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And that will be a special gift that I will send out to everyone that orders a qualifying order of $35 or more at the end of the month. Because if I get all these amazing orders from everyone, I'll get that strawberry slush, awesome crafting tote, and boy, do I have plans for that. So please, please, please help me get that incentive because, oh, there's big plans for that, and it's all going to be customer based. So don't you miss out on potential opportunity for that. All right, I'm going to flip the camera back around so I can say goodnight. It's probably going to be all out of whack. Yes, thank you, Lori. I love the quickness of using ephemera and all that fun stuff. So, and this was really fun. That and like it just is kind of got a wow factor, but super simple. Oh, Aaliyah sent me a snap. I'm excited. She's out painting the town or something in LA today. I have to tell you, she got on a robocar. If I didn't share that, it like freaked me out. Oh, my cameras are detecting something at the south end of the house. I bet it's my dog. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. Here is a glimpse at the 3 cards we made tonight. Many Stampin' Blessings, or ephemera blessings for that matter, to each and every one of you. Look forward to details about my Welcome Back online class coming to you soon. Bye, everyone.